Today I completed the biggest milestone in my life, and that would be graduating high school, but graduating high school a little under a year early. Um, I just want to talk about how big of a milestone graduating high school can be. Like a lot of people kind of look past it as it's just like, oh, you're just graduating high school, like it wasn't that hard, blah blah blah. In my viewpoint, high school wasn't hard in the aspect of school. Like it wouldn't be hard to get through it if you don't have all the drama and all the problems and all the relationship troubles and going through growing up in depression and things like that. Like school wouldn't have been nearly as hard. I probably would have had straight A's, but I got out of high school with a standard diploma. I wasn't worried about getting a standard or advanced. I was just worried about getting out of there. That was my main focus, and that's what I was focusing on since the middle of sophomore year. I started off my freshman year taking French, trying to aim for the advanced diploma. Come sophomore year, I was like, French is getting so difficult. I had to get a tutor. I was failing. I was doing horrible. I was really stressed out. It just wasn't my thing. And sometimes you have to accept that. You can't, I could not spend all my life just trying to pass French. I still made it. And although I don't have an advanced diploma, that doesn't show my self-worth or what I could do in college or later on in my life. I have the potential to do more. That doesn't, I don't know, a lot of people are like, oh my god, you didn't graduate with advanced diploma. It's really not a big deal. Some colleges, or at least what I know of, I don't know, I haven't looked much into college, but what I've heard is that some colleges don't even look into whether you have earned your advanced or standard diploma. So therefore, I didn't even know that time, but I was still going for a standard. I just want to graduate and get out. Going into junior year was the worst year of my life. You always hear it, people say, junior year, oh my god, it's the worst year of your life, blah blah blah. Well, they were right. My sophomore year, honestly, it was not that great either. Junior year, it didn't start off well. Less than 2 weeks into junior year, my grandma had passed away. It was really hard for me. I started getting depressed, acting out of character. School is impossible to focus on when you have a death in the family of someone that is close to you. This caused me to miss school for several days, even after the funeral and everything. I couldn't handle it because, I was just so upset. I wouldn't want to go to school. I would have no motivation to do anything. Stuff like that is hard to deal with, especially at the beginning of the school year, because that's when you have the most motivation. So when that's brought down, it just makes it so hard, So I didn't start junior off that well. I lost a couple friends. It was one main friend that I lost, I guess because I didn't come to school as much, and she just got another friend and kind of just pushed me away. But that kind of shows who your true friends are. And I don't know, I guess we just kind of grew apart. I'm not saying it's her fault or anything, but now I'm fine. Just weren't meant to be friends, I guess. I don't know. How you have certain friends that are there for a certain time and then they just kind of fade away, or you lose interest in them, or they lose interest in you, kind of stuff like that. So, it's not really a bad thing. It's just things that kind of happen through your high school life. But, I don't know what I was saying. But basically, junior year was just a whole wreck for me. I'd gotten a boyfriend. It was fine. It's just, usually after 3 months into a relationship, if it's not a good one, I'm not saying any relationship, but after you're out of the honeymoon phase or whatever, and you start getting arguments about stupid stuff, and just, it's a whole new stress taken on you in school, especially with social media and texting. I would deal with these problems at school, literally, like them happening while I'm in the classroom setting and stuff, like them texting back and forth, like, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of thing. And that's a lot to deal with while you're trying to learn and keep your grades up, like. And I learned this after I've graduated, obviously, but I mean, I'm just making this video to help people who are maybe trying to graduate early or trying to just get through high school in general. Let me tell you, you can fucking do it. I never thought, not that I never thought, I just didn't think high school would ever end. It just feels never ending when you're in it and you go to it every single day and you have stuff to do after school. But let's start with how I graduated early and how the whole idea arose. So, December of 2016, late December, probably right before Christmas, or maybe right after, I'm not sure. So either beginning of 2017 or late 2016, I went to my guidance counselor and I was like, listen, there has got to be some way I can graduate early because I just can't do this. She was the same counselor my brother had, and my brother had a lot of issues like me, like with depression and just having a hard time in school. But yeah, so she knew my brother and stuff, and she knew, like, we had kind of the same experience, but not exactly. But anyways, I talked to her, and we made a whole entire plan. I only needed 3 credits to graduate, like, besides the classes I was taking junior year. I needed English 12, government, and just any other course, didn't matter what it was, just because I was getting a standard diploma. So we made this whole plan. For English 12, there was a night school class I could take, and it started at the end of February. So I did that. It was 2 nights a week, 4:15 to 6:30, and it was at a school that was kind of right next to mine. It was kind of more of a smaller school, and so I just had to go there 2 nights a week, starting the end of February until like the middle of June. And then the other thing was this online class. I don't know if you guys know what this is. It's called Edgenuity or E2020. I don't know. I always call it Edgenuity. But it was just like this online course. I just did ecology. It was really easy. It wasn't hard at all. So I started that as soon as I could, just to start getting it finished with. It did take me the whole, like, 6 months until the end of the school year to finish it, because, you know, I had a lot. I still had regular school, and then eventually I had night school, and I was still working my job, and yeah. So, and the last thing was government, which you need. I don't know if this is for all educational systems in the United States, but this was for my county. You needed government. I'm pretty sure you do, but besides the point, I could take government in an online class in the summer, and so that is what I just did. It was an accelerated course, so it went from like June 27th to 2 days ago, which was August 8th. And it was pretty easy. I mean, I had work to do about almost every night, but it didn't take me too long to do. It wasn't super hard. But I mean, it was still like, I had to have a balance between like work and school and, like, you know, all that. So, and then today, August 10th, 2017, I finally made it across the stage, and oh my god, can I not tell you, like, it was the best feeling I've ever had. Like, I was so nervous, but after getting my diploma and just tonight, it's like just been the best night of my entire life. I can't explain to you more. You can definitely make it through high school. It is not impossible. You can find a way to graduate early. You can find a way to do something. But this is another thing I missed. The end of February, about when I started night school. Just going to school. Everything was getting too hard for me. Like, I was becoming depressed. I just wanted to lay on bed all day. Like, I just couldn't. Like, school was not doing it for me. Like, we were about to get that note sent, like, saying I missed too many days and I didn't want to have to retake junior year. Like, I was getting so stressed out. I don't know if all states have this, but it's called homebound. And so that's like either when a teacher comes to your house, or you meet a teacher at your local library, or at your home school or whatever. Not homeschool, but like your school. I I don't know if that made sense. Um, you'd meet your teacher somewhere, or they'd come to your house, and it was basically just like school, but like in 2 hours. So, for example, I met my teacher Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. Apparently the minimum is 10 hours, but like they work with your schedule and stuff. Like I was still working, and I was still going to night school, so we couldn't meet Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I had night school then. So I talked to my guidance counselor about getting homebound. Sorry, my phone keeps with that. I talked to my guidance counselor about getting homebound because I couldn't handle school anymore. Like, it was becoming way too much for me. Like I said, I couldn't handle it. I was becoming depressed, and school was not helping that situation. I was losing all of my friends. I got along with more people at my work than I did school. I used to get along with people really well with like freshman and sophomore year, but junior year I started to like change. Like, I kind of grew out of that high school mindset, I guess, if you want to say. Like, I didn't want to hear the drama. I didn't want to be involved in drama. Like, I don't know. I was just kind of done with that stuff. Like, it's not stuff that I want to care about, and I don't care about it. So I didn't want to feed into it or be involved with people who are interested in that or cause a lot of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I did have some good friends there. Like, I'm not saying I didn't. But they're not always in your lunches or in your other classes. And so some classes are worse and some classes are good. Lunches are bad. Like, junior year was just freaking mess. So I talked to my counselor, and there's a thing where you can get homebound if you have, I guess they call it a mental illness, since depression is considered a mental illness. But I had a therapist since, I don't know, a couple months before that, like, just, So all you had to do was get your therapist to sign the homebound papers, and that way I could have a way to do another form of schooling and not have it like be so expensive, like online schooling, because that's what I considered at first, because I didn't think I was eligible to be homebound, because I thought I had to be injured or something. Like, I didn't know illnesses, like mental illnesses, considered or were eligible for being homebound. So I did that at the end of the year, towards March through middle of June, and I had the nicest teacher ever. He always made me like motivated. He was the hands down best teacher I could have had to get me through the rest of my high school like year. Like, I can't even tell you how great of a teacher he was. Oh my god. I don't know. He just got me through it. He helped me get through all my courses and everything, and he helped me like literally anything. Seriously, hands down best teacher I've ever had. So he really helped me get through just the end of junior year. So I was still going to night school, going to the library to meet him 3 days a week, and then working during the day, and then working on the weekends. And then this summer, I've just been working and doing government once I get home from work. And then today I graduated, and let me just say, I feel so damn free. Like, it's kind of weird because I'm like expecting myself to go back to school in September, not college, because like I said, I haven't really looked into that. I don't have any desire to look into it anytime soon. What people don't realize is that college is going to be there. It's going to be there in a year. It's going to be there in 5 years and 10 years. It's not going anywhere. Like, if you want to go to college straight after high school, go ahead. There's, like, by all means, there's no problem with that. There's no problem at all. But for me, I've always felt obligated to. I didn't want to. I was scared. Like, I'm not going to go if I don't have the drive or have the mental capability to handle it in the next, like, fall semester. Like, why would I force myself into something like that? So I don't have any plans for college, and I'm honestly not worried about it. Like, I'm working. It's not like I'm just sitting at home. Like, I'm trying to save up money and stuff. Like, I don't know. What people don't understand is, like, there's no rush. Like, I guess that it's not going anywhere. I mean, like I said, it's also no problem, sorry, to want to go to college straight after high school. If you have like a desire and a drive and like something you know what you want to do, then go ahead. Like if that's what you want to do it. But don't let anybody obligate you to do something you don't want to do. Like it's so unnecessary. College is literally going to be there next year and the year after. If you need a break, that is like completely fine. People don't understand that. Especially like a lot of parents these days do force their kids to like go into college and whatnot, but why are you going to send your kid to college if they don't know what they want to do, or they don't even know if they're ready? And what if they're not ready and they just start skipping their classes and you wasted all that money? Like, if your child is not ready, do not send your child to college. Like, I don't understand. But yeah, that's basically what I talked about. That's basically what I wanted to talk about today, was my high school experience and what graduating high school early feels like. I'm still kind of processing it, to be honest. Like, I did graduate just like 4 hours ago. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about to you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos. I don't know if anybody even watches these full through, but let me know about your high school experiences, if you graduated, if you want to graduate early. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this.